And here is the new bowsprit that Blackline had made for us. Well, I made it to Montague Harbor. I'm on the north side, anchored. It's blowing a little southeast, so I thought I'd go on the north side to be in the lee. I'm in about 35 feet of water on the north side here. There's, probably 20 boats in here. And I think I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 other boats that have bowsprits. So 5 including me, which is kind of fun to see. That many. I don't see any Hans Christians though, but always fun to see other boats, all makes and models really. And I'm just gonna sit here, hang out till tomorrow. It's only, it was 1:30 when I dropped the anchor. There's a really nice beach just on shore here at the park. Maybe I'll go there later and look around, but I've shown you guys this area before. So I'll probably just take it easy and continue southward tomorrow. Well, good morning from Montague Harbor on the north side. It's a super calm morning. I don't know what the wind forecast is today, but I only have about, I think less than 15 miles to go to get to Sydney. So I'm not in a hurry at all. I don't have to actually be there till tomorrow, but I'm going to go in so that I'm there first thing in the morning to go over what work needs to be done on the boat. I'm going to have some breakfast, and I'm not in any hurry. It's probably only like 8:30, or well, probably 9 o'clock by now. And I'll see what happens along the way. I dropped the hook for lunch, and I'm at Portland Island, and I'm in a little tiny anchorage on the northeast corner called Royal Cove. Super tiny in here. It's recommended to stern tie, and I think the whole island is a marine park, but the anchorage here is super small. So because I'm just dropping the hook for lunch, I don't mind just swinging out in the middle there. There's a few boats in here, but you could definitely see this would fill up pretty quick with a couple more boats. So I would have to stern tie if I was staying longer. But nice little spot. The wind's a little bit out of the southeast, so this is the perfect little cove for protection from that. The only thing I can see is there's a lot of ferries going back and forth, and I bet the ferry wash comes in here. So that might get a little rolly. Cute little spot though. If I had more time, I would stay here a little longer. I'd go stern tying and hang out, but I gotta continue on after my lunch. But I thought I'd just come out in the dinghy, row around a little bit, and tell you guys where I was at. Well, I have made it to Canoe Cove. It's been a long time since I've been here. You can probably see behind me it was a pretty narrow entrance, and there's a few aisles to go down, and they're all dead ends, of course. And I thought, oh, I hope I'm going down the right one. But it worked out okay, and I'm on the dock, so I'm at Blackline Marine on their work dock. They don't have to haul me out to do this job. And I'll check in whenever I check in. Well, this project could be broken up into 3 parts. Part 1 would be the replacement of all the standing rigging, and on our boat we have 2 masts, so that's a lot of rigging to be replaced, but it needed to be done and give us a lot more peace of mind knowing that we have a starting point with the rigging. Part 2 is the replacement of our furlers. We have a Yankee head sail and a stay sail, so we have 2 furlers on the front, and we're replacing those as well. Because we're leaving the boat in the water, we can only remove so much rigging in order to keep the masts still standing. and then we'll just swap out the new rigging with the old as things progress. And of course we have to bring the old furlers up to the rig shop to get them all measured up so we can build the new furlers. And part 3 of the project, you'll find out what that is soon. You might be able to see right there, that's one of the new furlers. That's the for the Yankee, so it's the larger of the two. And the reason it's hanging there is because the bowsprit is missing. So kind of hard to attach it to the boat without the bowsprit. That one attaches way up at the front here. It would be about here. And then the staysail attaches to this point here. Oh yeah, there's how close the shore is. Oh, and there's the angry meatball up there. So, easy access to get to the boat. And I'll show you on deck here, but since the bowsprit is off, it actually goes through the Samson posts and beyond on the deck. So I'll show you what I'm doing up there. I thought, well, while the bowsprit is off, I may as well recock the deck underneath it, because once that bowsprit goes back on, I'm not going to be pulling it off to recock underneath. So I've got my reefing knife or reefing tool for pulling out the caulking. Cleaned it all up, taped it, and I'm going to put in some new caulking there. So our old furling lines used to come through blocks that I tied here, and they just tied with string, and they came out double block. And it was really annoying because they flopped around and all the way down on the stanchions. So had these welded up, these two guides. So one for the Yankee and one for the staysail. So they'll follow each stanchion. You can see there's another one there. That'll be right on the outside. Almost touched the grab rail. Another one there. All the way down. So they'll just be so clean. And the last one here. And then I just had this before. A couple blocks tied onto the base of the winch and they flopped around. So what we're going to have now is this double clutch. I'm not going to put it out there. It's going to go right here. Those are all just pre-drilled and epoxied. And then we're going to have this go right there. And that'll just guide them in perfectly to here. These won't carry the loads. These will just be here just for a quick tie-off. But the load will be carried on the clutch that's going to go there, which is this guy here. So all outboard, but I can still pull this way, which is nice. Got lots of room to pull things, because back here it gets a bit tight. Well, I've been here so long, I get my own cart. So here's the old sprit. Boy, that looks so rough.
Yeah. Big difference between the two.
And the new sprit. Boy, that looks nice. Well, if you haven't already guessed, part 3 of the project was the bowsprit replacement. After looking at it pretty closely up in the shop, a decision was made to just retire the old one, which was 44 years old, and have a new one built. So this is made of 4 layers of sapele mahogany, horizontally laminated. And the reason we went with horizontal laminations is to help prevent water intrusion from the top. Here we are just finishing up the test fit of the sprit, and it all went well before they continue with more coats of epoxy primer and the top coats of paint. It measures at 13 feet 2 inches long. You don't realize how long that sprit is until it's off the boat. And it's heavy. But having a new bowsprit will give us the peace of mind we need for our future sailing trips on the BC coast, and maybe we'll be sailing beyond the BC coast one day. Once we've got the bowsprit back into the shop, there's a few more things to do with fitting the bowsprit railings on. We've made some modifications to the anchor rollers and the openings for the anchor. So the project's got a lot of fine details that I haven't really touched on, but maybe I'll be able to show those details in future videos. That looks better.
You come too far back. There. Too back, right?
Yeah.
You gotta go just back, tiny bit. Give a bolt.
Right about there. Yeah, I'm gonna go get all bolts. Perfect.
Can I let that go?
You can let it go. You have a crane will handle most of it.
No, it's gonna step.
Oh,
It's kickstand. The cart needs a prop. Horse.
Of course.
There we go.
There we go.
That works. And just like that, after 4 weeks at Blackline Marine, we have a new bowsprit, new roller furlers, and all new standing rigging. And it sure feels good to get Northern Dancer 5 moving again after this little project. Devlin and I would like to say a huge thank you to Blackline Marine for all the work they did for Northern Dancer 5, and to let you know that we're very happy with the work that was done. And if you're interested in where we're off to next, stay tuned for some footage from Desolation Sound.